Golf is a beautiful thing to watch. It's timing and rhythm. If you get it all together, brother, you can play some golf.
Hello everyone. It's springtime in Germany, and my dad and I are teeing off on the back 9 today. I'm starting off with a 7-iron, but pull it to the left, leaving it just in front of the water. My dad grabbed his 5 wood and also pulled it to the left, but I think his lie is much better than mine. So, I'm in the rough, and I have water and bushes and tree branches in front of me. I wonder whether I should risk the chip over the water, but then I think, nah, it's not worth it. What would I gain? 20 yards? I'd be within 120 yards to the pin anyway, so I just chip it back onto the fairway. Next up, we have an 8-iron. I catch it really nice off the face, and I think it even ends up behind the green.
Okay.
Oh, watch his arms here. The putt seemed a bit jabbed to me, not very free-flowing, but the amount of hops he's getting on the green is just unlucky. Yeah, I put myself in the rough behind the green, so I'm chipping with an 8-iron, but I don't know if that's enough to get up and down. Bundy is putting for bogey, and it lips out. No cigar. Couldn't save the bogey, so we start off with a double bogey. Next up, we have an island par 3. My dad is swinging his 9 wood. A pretty ancient club, but the ping off the face is something else. I'm taking an 8-iron, but you can hear by the impact sound that I catch it thin. Yep, a long putt downhill that also breaks. That's a tough one. Oh right, watch the first hop on this putt. That just takes so much energy out of the roll. But at least we've got a tap in for par. And I'm pretty sure he opened his club face on that one.
Was it good? Yeah.
Other than that, nice putt. Oh, this was interesting. So, we're slow because we're filming, but there are 2 people in front of us who were apparently even slower than us because they waved us through. But they're within my driving distance. I don't know if they'll see my ball, and I don't know if I'll hit them, so I'm nervous. I'm really feeling the pressure. I can feel it tingling in my hands and arms, and I put a massive slice on it. I swung less with my body and more with my arms, exactly what I'm trying to prevent. So I hit a solid 7-iron, which I couldn't record, and put myself into this position. I've got a pitching wedge in hand, and I'm trying to make a smooth 9 o'clock swing. You can see that I'm trying to keep my head down after I release the putt. That prevents me from twisting my body open, trying to follow the putt and then pulling it. So we should have a tap in for par coming up. Alright, very nice. On to another water par 3. My dad catches this one pretty thin, but I think it still lands on the green. Got pretty lucky with that one.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep my left arm on my chest and swing with my core and my legs, and not so much with my arms. That's my big short-term goal. I want to swing with my body because that gives me much more consistency. And I hit a great shot, probably even too good. I think it ends up in the bunker behind the green. Yeah, my dad's ball is on the edge of the green and he's putting for birdie. And wow, he actually holds it. I'm in the bunker, but you can't even see my ball land because I blasted so far over the green. But we had people gaining on us, so I didn't finish the hole. 1 chip, 2 putts, and we'd have ourselves a double bogey. Alright, huge drive by Bundy. Splits the fairway down the middle, very nice. And this fairway is really narrow. If you're off by 5, 6, 7 degrees, you're in trouble. But I also managed to hit a great drive, was very satisfied with that one. A little on the left, but safe. This is the absolute hardest hole on the course for me. I can almost never make par here, because either I lose a ball off the tee due to the narrow fairway, or I can't make it onto the green in 2. So I grab a 5-iron and hit a mighty shot, but push it to the right. And again, I couldn't make green in regulation. I'm in the rough, just off the green, chipping with an 8-iron. Yeah, this one's at the back on the left side of the hole. That is not an up and down putt. I don't think I make this one. I've already cashed in 2 double bogeys, so I really wouldn't mind this par. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't see myself putt on camera often, but it looks like I tend to jiggle back and forth quite a bit before I get comfortable. I'm trying to find the perfect balance. Well, we don't make it, but at least we've got a tap in for bogey. So we should be 5 over through 5 holes at this point. Again, we have a very narrow lane, but my dad manages to nestle this one into the fairway. So my dad took a driver because he always goes high risk, high reward. I prefer to play it safe, so I'm gonna give the ball a whack with my 5-iron. And I hit a banger of a shot straight down the fairway. Probably my favorite shot of this round. We're probably about 140 yards out from the green, so I grab a 7-iron. A year ago I would have taken a pitching wedge for this distance, but now I'm trying to strike the ball smooth and groovy, baby. Alright, putting for birdie. I got close, but no dice. Tapping for par, I'll take that any day. Yeah, that was a tough uphill putt.
What the hell?
I think he caught a bit of the ground before striking the ball. Took some distance off the drive, but the result was still great. I remember this drive. It was terrible. Yeah, I'm looking at the club face because I hit it so far on the hosel that it turned into a massive slice. But miraculously we managed to land in the fairway. So we grab an 8-iron and try to hit a relaxed shot, ending up left of the pin. Should be on the green. So my dad does this pre-wind swing where he'll rotate through the ball, then turn into his backswing, and then strike the ball. That's a lot of moving parts for my taste, but he says it helps him get lag into his swing, so, you know, whatever works. That putt looked like it was way too powerful, but it stops within a good distance from the hole, especially from where he hit it, so in the end that was a solid putt. Yeah, I'm really jiggling back and forth a lot, but once I lock into the perfect balance, I feel super comfortable. Ooh, nice try though. Ah well, tapping for par. Alright, on to the next island, par 3. I strike this 8-iron super pure and looks like it ends up left of the pin. As mentioned, I'm trying to hit with my core. It's really the most difficult thing I've ever attempted in golf because it goes so against what is ingrained into your mind and your instincts. Alright, this is the infamous kart race. My dad and one of his playing buddies do this downhill race every time they're at this hole.
Oh shit! Oh, it didn't fall.
But the danger is either crashing your cart into one of the apple trees on the left or driving into the shrubs on the right. And if it goes into the shrubs, it tips over and all the balls and tees come flying out of the cart and the bag. Oh yeah, great putt. Oh, I remember this. Check this out. This is awesome. Now that's what I like to see. I used his ball to get into the hole because I was not on a line to sink that putt. On top of being too fast, I pushed it a bit. I'm not sure what the rules are, but I think I get the birdie and my dad gets a penalty for not moving his ball, but we're just playing for fun anyway. Oh, have a look at this. I stumbled upon a way to apparently perfectly establish the distance from the ball every time. What you're meant to do is place the grip of your club 2 inches above your knee and then just pick up the shaft. But you can see how I'm really reaching for the ball. So my dad says, okay, well, go into your knees a bit and lean forward. But that puts my weight onto the balls of my feet and my toes, not in the middle of my feet anymore. And I really don't like reaching for the ball like that, but I think to myself I'll give it a try anyway. Because if there is a system to always get the perfect distance from the ball, that would aid massively in consistency. So I give it a bash, but hit a pretty terrible shot. I end up hitting the tree, which takes about 100 yards off my drive. But I think to myself, well, maybe I did something wrong, so let's give it another go. And that shot was even worse. It's so far to the right that it's out of bounds. Because I lost so much distance hitting the tree, I have to play a 3-wood off the turf, which is probably the weakest club in my bag. And then I have to hit a 3-wood again to try and make green in regulation. Yeah, things are falling apart for my dad. He's gonna hit another one. No dice. Unlucky. So it turns out I didn't quite make green in regulation, so I'm pitching. But it ends up left and overshooting the hole. My dad also wants to give the pitch a shot, and that was a massive chicken wing. You can see his left elbow tucked in after impact. Well, good distance on that putt. If you do miss, you want to be about a foot behind the hole. Yeah, that's way too far. What is that, 4 feet? That's a risky putt. We stopped counting my dad's score because it was so far north of sanity that we couldn't keep track of it anymore. But I managed to tap in for bogey. So we finish 5 over through 9 holes. Well, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.